I'm afraid that you're going to have to start over from the beginning, miss.
Oh, Peanut. And I don't mind if you want me to go over my proposal again.
Your last name is Peanut? That must make you the niece of a certain snack food mascot.
Oh no, Valentine. My last name is Valentine, but you can call me Peanut if you like.
Miss Valentine, just describe the problem again as you see it.
Yes, of course. Okay, see how your property's topiary forms a non-Euclidean hyperbolic barrier?
Of course.
Well, then you probably noticed that they form a circular arc that's orthogonal to the diameter of the unit circle formed by the crest of the water fountain.
What I'm noticing is a rather long-winded explanation by someone being paid hourly.
Right. Sorry, I'll cut to the chase. The hedges on the western end of this barrier are non-symmetrical with the eastern end. They're out of whack by about 2.718 feet.
You're joking.
No, it's because of that little hill on the far end. It basically distorts the hedge in 3D space. I bet it looks fine from your living room window, but from the street, it's all...
Out of whack?
Yep, out of whack. But I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. I mean, who even cares if your neighbors see a wonky hedge, right?
Miss Nutt, you simply must fix this. I beseech you. Irregular hedges will bother me. Profoundly.
Oh, yes, of course, Mr. Reed.
Call me Dorian.
Okay, Dorian.
Miss Nutt, I don't care if you have to raise the entire barrier to the ground, whatever the expense, by any means necessary. Because now that I have seen the problem, I will never be able to unsee it. Can you do this for me?
Yes, sir. I've got my trusty clippers right here.
Excellent. I will have the greatest hedges in all of Sabrosa. I swear it.
Heck yes!
Impress me, and I will make it worth your while.
That's the goal for sure.
Very good. I will touch base with you at the end of the day. Thank you again, Miss Nutt.
My pleasure, Dorian. Whoa! Did you climb over the fence? Gosh, fancy seeing you here. So you overheard my little Tad talk there, huh? Yeah, I can get a bit lectury if I'm not discouraged. But hey, how often do I get the chance to talk about point care disc models with civilians? You gotta pounce on those. Whoa! Did you climb over the fence? Gosh, fancy seeing you here. Oh, you overheard my lecture? Yeah, I might just be a little addicted. But like any system that doesn't account for momentum, I can stop anytime. Whoa! Did you climb over the fence? Gosh, fancy seeing you here. Wolf? You mean Dorian? Yeah, he's a bit intense and majestic. Wolf is a good descriptor. I wouldn't say I'm a kitten, though. I'm more like a ladybug or something. Yeah, a ladybug. Something wolves don't eat, 'cause they're too small and silly. Anyway, what do you think? Am I the cutest little gardener on the block or what? I love this hat so much. Thanks! And no, this is not for science. Science and I are taking a break today. This is just Peanut getting sweaty and grass-stained to pay the bills, yo. You goof. I'm starting to think you've got a one-track mind. But if you think the melons are nice, you should see the peaches. Ooh, she went there. Everyone laughs and applauds. Right? There was this one time my friends begged me to join their casual league baseball team for a game. They were short a left field person. And let's be honest, who's more left field than me? Anyway, I got to the field, pulled my hair into a ponytail, and put on a ball cap. And apparently, that was just too much for some members of the opposing team. I've never gotten so many awkward compliments in my life. Ponytail plus hat combo is OP. Please don't nerf. Anyway, I should probably get back to it. Gotta make sure I do a good job and get those hedges symmetrical and everything. Yep, nothing but boring, sweaty work here. You'd better scoot. Oh, a double entendre. You're on fire today. Okay, thanks, bye! Definitely nothing. Definitely didn't cause a disaster, that's for sure. Definitely didn't come up with a convoluted mathematical explanation for why my customers' hedges are uneven. Who's sweating? Me? No, you. Where's all this suspicion coming from? So just move along now. Nothing to see here. Yeah, thanks, you too! Yes, I did. It's not entirely my fault. I didn't realize the clippers were so sharp. I was just giving the hedge a test chop and I way overshot. I cut off, like, a foot of Dorian's hedge at the other end. Now I have to make it match on this end. And as I'm fairly certain the whole peanut messes up thing is becoming a bit repetitive, I implore you to smile and nod and look away. This is probably going to get worse before it gets better. Yes, good. Hit the skip button. You've already seen this episode. Chat later. Really? You'll help? Oh my gosh, thank you. The only thing I know about clippers is that they beat paper and not rock. Help!
Miss Nutt, I would have a word with you.
Yes, Dorian. Sir Dorian.
I'm neither a knight nor a senior, so save your sirs. What I am, however, is extremely impressed with your work.
Really?
After we spoke, I went into the family vault and retrieved the zoning and construction permits for the house. I brought out my handy protractor and verified your observations.
Oh, wow! You keep a protractor handy too?
Of course! When one is concerned with precision, they must always use the proper tools. Measure twice, shoot once, I always say.
Yes, exactly. Wait, did you just...
So you were right. The hedges were faulty, by the tiniest factor. I have no idea how you managed to eyeball it, but you did. So I wanted to inform you that I notified your employer and left a very generous tip. Well done. I would shake your hand.
Oh, thank you so much, Dorian. I'm so pleased you're pleased.
As am I. You've made a powerful ally this day, Peanut Valentine. I suspect great things for your future.
If you say so.
Excellent. I must go now. Need to plan a party and help someone find a lost cat. Cheers.
We did it! We're awesome! And now, I'm exhausted. I must go lay down. I don't think landscaping is really for me, but I had fun with you today. Thanks. Okay, now for a long rest. Bye!
Hey, hi, hello, or should I say, buongiorno?
Oh, wow. Now that's what I call a 1,000-yard stare. Or as we like to say in the physics world, a 914.4-meter observation. I'm hoping that expression doesn't mean I look like a giant slice of pizza. Are you going to eat me? I already get that a lot, what with the whole peanut thing. That's amazing. Yes, I can imagine that experience was probably a bit disquieting. If it helps, I can put on a fake mustache and just go with the flow, but please don't expect a very good Italian accent. I'm afraid it's more adorable jumping plumber than gritty mafia show. Oh my goodness! Get over here! I have tactical buy the slices ready to deploy immediately! You had me at Folded Universe. Sounds like a many worlds interpretation sort of day. Exciting! Here, eat pizza! It'll soothe what ails you! Well, what do you think? I'll take it. I'd be distraught if that sort of thing showed up on my report card, but today I'm perfectly happy with passable. I hope not. Oh gosh, please don't get sick. Are you joking? I hope you're joking. Please be joking. Yay! Yes, 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 I actually managed to make food! Go Peanut, go Peanut. Looking good. Making pizza. This is actually my first pizza I've ever made. I did the whole dough tossy thing in the air and everything. Of course, it didn't really seem to work properly, and then there was a rolling pin and maybe a salty word or two involved, but here it is. I'm operating on very low information here. Luigi watched me do it once, nodded, and went for a smoke break. It's been an hour. I hope he's okay. I mean, you're probably right. When I first met him, he was looking pretty rough, but then he ate a mushroom and boom! Mega Chef Boss! Oh, thank you. I was expecting to throw the dough onto my head or burn it in the oven, but so far my day is going great. You're not kidding. I'm going to be much more popular back at the dorms if I can figure out how to make one of these with a hot plate. But yeah, I'd say of all my part-time adventures so far, this one is going the best. I'm really making lots of dough. Get it? I just wish Luigi had given me a bit more training in the customer service department. He didn't really tell me how to interact with his customers, and I can't help but feel nervous. There was this girl that came in earlier, and she was mega aggressive. She sort of put the bomb in blonde bombshell, if you know what I mean. She had this really cute accent, but the actual words she was saying were kind of mean, you know, so it was very blustering. She said, "You better not do nothing that hurts Luigi, else you'll be sleeping with the fishes." I almost pointed out her double negative, but then my life flashed before my eyes, so I just nodded. How do people do these kinds of jobs? Talking to people is terrifying, even over the phone. I suppose you're right. Which means I better get some more dough tossing in. I just gotta keep asking myself, what would Luigi do? Okay, that sounds like fun. At least if I start crying from nervousness, I sorta deserve it for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm joking though. Just to be clear, I will cry, even with pretend conflict. I'm a soft person. It's not often that the deer in the headlights strategy works out. Thanks for the words of encouragement. It means a lot. Here, let me whip you up a fresh pizza pie for the road, all. Oh, in order. I better get that. Luigi's Pizza. Hey, we're cooking here. Yes, hello? Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Yes, that's right. No, seriously, we really do have 200 different kinds of pizza. Our menu is online if that helps. Oh, you don't have a computer? Well, I can tell you all the toppings if you want. Stop me if you hear something you like. We have pepperoni, ham, salami, vegan salami.
This is Detective Fumi Zweihander. I'm on scene. No sign of suspect or the dead drop. They've got 300 seconds before I go all bad cop on this place and break my foot off in someone's ass. Yes, sir. Shock and awe. Expect my report shortly. Zweihander out. Citizen. Disagree. Looks rather humid with a high chance of small talk. The worst kind of weather.
Pesto, chutney, pickles, marshmallow.
Ah, hell's bells. Hear that, citizen? That's the sound of 10 pizzas bound for the Sub Rosa Police Department about to burn. Oh, Luigi, I knew you would slip up someday. At long last, you break your 30 minutes or less promise. Free pizza is mine! I'm going to assume that if I asked to see your food handler certification, that you would be able to produce that document? Because handling food without the proper? Did you just pretend to bump into me in order to get my attention? You realize that constitutes a battery? I could own your ass right now, if I wanted to. Damn right it would. Bit of a Freudian slip there, hey? Usually I need the cuffs out before things take that turn. Do you realize how often I use that phrase? And you're the first person brave enough to respond like that? You look sort of familiar. Where do I know you from? Maybe. I would need a ball gag and a latex suit to know for sure, though. Resisting an officer, are we? I've got 2 words for you. Cavity search. You better consider exercising that right to remain silent. You've got... Aha! Time's up, Luigi! Looks like I finally get my pizzas free!
Your order's ready, miss. We hope you enjoy.
Very well. Tell Luigi he wins this round. But one day he's going to slip up. And then his ass is mine. Citizen?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for distracting her. And when I saw what was going on, I almost ran out the door. I don't think I could have faced her alone. Did you see how scary her eyes were? Okay, looks like you should take it easy for a bit. You were marvelous. I could barely tell you were terrified. Some sweat is right. I almost burned 10 pizzas. For cops. 10 cop pizzas. Hey, I've got a bunch of other orders to take care of, but thanks for, helping me avert disaster. You're the best. 100%. Well, have a great day. Take the rest of the pizza for the road. make sure to put this on before they ID you. Kinda weird. Rich people, am I right? See you there, Peanut. Hey, over here! Yay, you made it! Thank you so much for coming! You look so good! That mask looks amazing on you. Which is good, because I've already seen a few in here that are a bit too culty for my taste. Oh, it's a fox! I thought it was a jackal. Sorry, I'm a lousy biologist. Well, if you're Foxy, I'll come up with a codename for sure. Just give me a minute to think one up. You know, I said that exact thing when I first tried it on today. Brain twins. I said it to someone on the catering team, and they just gave me this look that said, no to that. And it broke my heart a little. So you have already made my night. You know, I said that exact thing when I first tried it on today. Brain twins. I said it to someone on the catering team, and they just gave me this look that said, no to that. And it broke my heart a little. So you have already made my night. Come this way. There's actually an extra layer of security just inside the party, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think you need to know a secret word. Once you're past that, though, no one knows anyone. You're not going to be bothered. This is a real hush-hush event, I guess. Oh, that part is easy. Well, actually, it was anything but. It was convoluted and a bit disturbing, but fortunately not for you and I. For other people. You're not wrong. I mean, there's the usual fancy foods and drinks, small talk, that kind of stuff. But I saw them bringing in a whole bunch of paddles, not to mention an enormous ice sculpture in the shape of this Addicts-looking fella. Hopefully the wait staff doesn't have to participate. I left my paddle at home. It would be super embarrassing. Yeah, no kidding. Definitely not the sort of thing you usually see listed on Craig's page. But just to be clear, I didn't really get this gig through the usual agency. I was contacted directly, which was impressive because I didn't give anyone my private email for job searching. Anyway, here's the situation. See that mask you're wearing? My understanding is that it belonged to someone else who couldn't make it tonight, but everyone is being really cagey about why. Apparently, it's very, very important that person attend the party, but, like, not the person who was supposed to wear it, the mask itself. There is this group of scary suit-wearing people who are fussing about it. Where are we gonna get an ordained proxy? And then a bunch of arguing in French. So I poked my head in and said I knew just the person, and they seemed extremely grateful and handed me the box with a great deal of ceremony. Anyway, long story short, I was already a bit weirded out because of the outfit and the job offer. So I figured why not just ask a friendly face to come be my support? Ta-da! You're here? Awesome. Maybe, but really, what's the worst that could happen? A lot of fancy people gasping in shock, saying stuff like, "My word!" In all seriousness, I have no idea. So if it sounds way too sketch for you, please don't hesitate to hit the road. Surely. And just to give us an extra boost of potential bad luck, I'll come right out and say, what's the worst that could happen? I knew I could count on you. And also that you would find a silver lining and make it sorta inappropriate. Okay, the party is just through here. Last chance to bail. And please, don't feel any pressure. I'm seriously not all that nervous now that I'm actually here and not being expected to dance on a pole or whatever. And so I'll be totally fine. Do you want to come in? I'll do my best not to hide behind you the whole time. Totes! Okay, I gotta go in for sure now though, so just follow the way back out and pester the valet. Thanks anyway though. Have a great night. We'll talk again soon. Yes! I knew you were the right person for the job. And by job, I mean helping make sure Peanut isn't hunted for sport or part of a mass sacrifice or whatever it is crazy rich people do. Hooray! Party time! Yes! That's the spirit! Eat the rich food! Eat the rich food! Okay, let's go. We are going to miss the party if you keep pouncing on me. Neat, huh? I'm thinking either a magician or maybe a boxer. Well, I certainly wouldn't know much about that, but I guess you're the expert. I mean, the guy could have brought something far less spectacular, and I still would be having a little freak out, like a serval or an ocelot. Anyway, you keep flexing your cool as a cucumberness all you want. You're lucky I find it so charming. Ditto. I literally stared at that sculpture over there, the one that looks like lady parts. Someone had to remind me to get back to work. And I felt this weird lightheaded surrealness since. I am so glad you were here. Right? Tiger? What? Is it weird that my very first thought was, I wonder how they got insurance to bring it here? It took a few seconds before I realized the actual danger, which I think raises some concerns about my survival instincts, to be honest. Here, I'll show you to your table. Bonsoir. Welcome to Chateau de Arakit. Please have a seat. I will be your absolutely devoted servant tonight. Anything your heart desires, whisper it to me, and I will make it happen. Anything at all. There are no rules. There are no limits. I can get you a board game or play a round of badminton. Very good. And after a long day at the rich people office, you probably wouldn't mind if I fed them to you. I'm sure that can be arranged. I know where they stash the chips. Let me make all your dreams come. Ooh la la, Master likes to start the evening with the excitement turned up to max. Well, I believe we are out of fancy rich people lap warmers, so I shall have to figure out a solution. I'm sure that can be arranged. I know where they stash the chips. Let me make all your dreams come.
You know how I feel about that, Bunny. I was extremely clear that the car was an import. If the valets can't even get which side the steering wheel is on, the night is practically already guaranteed ruined.
Oh, my love, my darling, my morning star. You simply must learn that when you're flawless, you must expect the world to be flawed.
But everyone has that excuse. And your appeals to my ego are naked and crass.
Oh, sweetness. Naked and crass is what bunnies are for. You know this. Methinks you doth protest too much. One way or another, you're going to devour me tonight. So do try not to pretend you don't enjoy it.
You're incorrigible.
You're aroused.
I'm furious.
It's the same thing, really.
We will talk about this more later.
Probably not. Our mouths will be full.
For the love of...
Fox, darling, it's been so long. Oh, you adorable little thing. Of course we haven't. That's why the occasion is so delicious. And tragic, I assure you. To imagine the days that pass without our being acquainted, is to revel in pure suffering. Oh, I like this one. A bit of the visceral, a bit of the virtuous. I love it. Serpent, my love, say something to this passionate fox. I want them to like me.
Charmed.
Phew, you are ruining everything. Quite the feat with a single word.
It is the best word.
For boring our little fox here, for scaring them away.
Foxes should be scared of snakes.
And they should eat rabbits. Darwin would be thrilled with this conversation.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes. I mean, oui, monsieur. Please.
Excuse us for a moment. I must speak with this maid.
You must be born into wealth. I rarely meet such depravity amongst the self-made. I sincerely hope you keep this up all night. The coarseness, the lack of manners. I am enamored. I must say, this is a special treat. There's one thing I cannot stand about these cabal parties. It's the repetition. Mwah, mwah. Luckily you were here. Who knows if I could have figured that out? I must say, this is a special treat. There's one thing I cannot stand about these cabal parties. It's the repetition. You are new, little fox. Oh, my favorite thing. Hopefully, I am at least one or two of yours. Oh, darling, I am Bunny. I am as gentle, nourishing, and breedable as they come. But make no mistake, you do not want gentleness. It is the gentle knife that kills kindly. What you want is a friend, and I will be at least that to you. The fox always does. The bunny rarely benefits. Do not attempt to hide that rakish wit beneath an oafish exterior. Not until we've had a few glasses of wine first. I know it. What's going on in that foxy mind of yours? Serpent? Don't worry about him. I believe he recognized the waitstaff. He had that look about him. Cute little maid, too. Even in that getup, she positively glows with girl-next-door wholesomeness. Knowing him, he's probably got some unusual request. His chair must be aligned true north. The crackers must be crumbless. Put yourself at ease, Fox. My silly serpent is rarely so direct. He prefers cruelty with a splash of apathy. Oh, but I am absolutely envious, I'm afraid. Perhaps I shall find revenge in an unexpected tryst later this evening. You are staying for the evening, aren't you, little fox? You are dangerous, Fox. I can imagine your crushing jaws on me. It sets me trembling. What else is going on in that foxy mind of yours? Oh, you flatter me. Please keep going. Well, I must admit to a sense of peril, for you see, my shoes are but glorified ribbons, barely containing the sexual lure of my feet. I shall spend the night in fear of a ravishing fox. Fox. Do with that information what you will. I am. My life has been nothing but an unending affair with bad influences. And now that you're here, I can only see that trend continuing. Ooh, how can a bunny possibly resist the promises of a fox? Especially when the promises are so poetic. You seem a little distracted. Oh. My sweet fox, do not concern yourself. Serpent never bites the staff. He saves his venom for work. See? Here they come now. You're back. Every second without you was suffering.
I would have thought the opposite.
That's because you don't get to ever miss yourself. You're always right there. Oh, I gotta laugh. You all heard it.
Preposterous. Bunny, my dear, I must demand a favor.
Most people ask for those, darling.
I know little about most people. Most people are disappointments. Present company excluded, of course. There is a small matter of mathematics that must be tended to.
Oh, Serpent.
It will only take a moment.
Very well, my dear. But tomorrow morning I'll be expecting something hot and obnoxiously fast in the driveway.
That is extortion.
That's a funny way of pronouncing love.
Damn it, woman. Very well. Now, please.
You're sexy when you're desperate.
And when I am around you, it is an effortless endeavor, I assure you.
Kiss me.
Curse you.
All right. What part do I need to play in this little favor?
Go with this insightful maid. Her eye and her mind are engines of splendor.
That's me, I guess.
Okay. Lead me on, sweet maid. I'm sure answers will present themselves eventually.
What did you say? Oh, I understand your meaning. Yes, I suppose it must appear rather clandestine, given present circumstances. What? Who? Oh, Miss Bunny? Well, of course you would think so. She can control your thoughts and coerce your appetite. Or did you mean the maid? In which case, I suppose you're also right. I do not tend towards those who are attractive so honestly. I would only harm every beautiful thing about her, such as the life of a serpent. What? Oh, you mean my tete-a-tete. Do not concern yourself. It is a conspiracy of embarrassment. The truth is rather banal. I know the mademoiselle. She is a craftsman of symmetry, and I called upon her services. There are no rules for serpents. You can cast us out, but we will never acknowledge them. Besides, I know her face, she knows my voice. And before you inevitably put it all together, this meeting is not coincidence. Quite, but I do not care. If I am recognized, it is because I must be so. This little bit of kabuki theater is trite, and is, rather ironically, only for appearances. Please, I do not harbor such inclinations toward Miss Nutt. Though, truthfully, if Bunny returns with hair askew, there's no telling what they may have gotten up to in absentia. And before you inevitably put it all together, this meeting is not coincidence. I requested Miss Nutt. I arranged her to our table. I ensured she was well compensated. It is both impossible to explain, and yet prosaic, in fact. It is an irrational number, running to eternity, amounting to nothing. Alas, the more I swear the mundanity of my interests, the more scrutiny they incur. Excellent. I commend those who seek pleasure on their own terms, and are willing to find it anywhere. Very well. I shall tell the story, lest the still-beating heart beneath the floorboards drive me mad. You may not believe it from her appearance, but our maid is in fact a scientist, a woman of keen eye and precision. Control yourself, Fox. Your tastes may veer toward the venial, but some of us prefer the company of angels. Good. Well spotted on your part, if you took notice before you were told. Since engaging Miss Nutt for some topiary consultation, I've been somewhat obsessed with her methodology. She corrected a bit of asymmetry in my estate's headwork, which impressed me mightily. But ever since, I feel like I am noticing more and more asymmetry. Like the world is... Excuse me, I went somewhere else for a moment. Oh, no. But that is neither here nor there. It is strange, and I shall confide in a fox and make it stranger still. I have a persisting feeling that the world is against me, twisted and broken, ill to my favor. And I have reason to believe it as well. And there is something in the manner of Miss Nutt that has, perhaps, given me a glimpse of restoration. It is hard to describe, and I am doing a poor job of it. Damn you for making me laugh at that. In fact, it was. It was amazing. You absolute ass. I'm afraid you're wrong. It is precisely too late when you have drowned. But it is a kindness that people like Miss Nutt can make it seem otherwise. Yes, I cannot tell if it is a curse or a gift. It feels like both. And it feels like, more so, frantically searching with a fading light, not sure where to look before you cannot look anymore.
We're back!
Yes, my darling serpent. Stop your conspiring and look upon your bunny anew.
Yes. Yes! It's done, it's fixed! What in all the hells was it?
Can you guess?
Do not toy with me. Tell me at once.
Ask your cute little maid.
Oh, okay, well, I'm not sure if you really needed my help. But I noticed that Mademoiselle Bunny's eyebrows were just barely different lengths, not even a millimeter. In terms of margin of error, barely noticeable, but not
perfect.
And now, my ridiculously absurd, horribly obsessed, and relentlessly compulsive love?
Perfection personified.
Then kiss me. And let me know what it feels like.
I shall. Let us drink and enjoy.
Oh, I'm the one that brings the drinks. I'll be right back. Nah, that'll probably raise too many questions. I'm already going to have to figure out a way to explain why I had such a great time while all the other maids were mostly, passive. Did you have a good time, though? Were you pleased with your service? I agree. I mean, it's been a very unique experience, and I think it should stay unique. And that's good, because I hope you will fill out a survey and say so I can earn a bonus. I'm kidding, but also I'm not. The survey website is printed on the mask. Oh! Well, I'm gonna take that as a yes. Wow, it's so hot out tonight, isn't it hot? Okay, I'm gonna go get cleaned up and changed. Have a great night, you foxy fox you. Good night. I'm over here. Keep going. You're getting warmer. Warmer. Hey. Good evening. I guess this is a real date, hey? I'm not just imagining it, right? I didn't mix up a signal or dream about asking you out. Yay! Peanuts on a date! Hooray! Don't do that! You will fool me every time, and that makes it mean. You mean meanie. You're lucky I like you so much. I will definitely take that as a yes. This is a real date. Come on, I'll explain my little setup here. Ta-da! All the things you need for successful stargazing. A telescope, my Stargazer 115. Perfect for those lunar close-ups and peeking in on the Galalian moons. A blanket for comfortable sand loitering. Please note it is snuggle-up size. You gotta sit close to me or risk getting sand in your undies. And me. Your friendly neighborhood physics major and astronomy expert. Well, expert-ish. Tonight is the start of the Perseid meteor shower. Basically, the Big Mama meteor shower of the year. Tonight, I've brought years of astronomical knowledge, a variety of tools of the trade, and also lots of snacks in case we get snacky. So, welcome to the Peanut Date. I hope you enjoy the show. Oh no, we won't get hit. Are you joking again? You're joking, aren't you? Well, just in case you're not, you don't need to worry. The Perseids aren't that kind of meteor shower. It's very, wow, pretty lights, and not at all, oh no, the apocalypse! Well, that's not exactly the phrase I would use, but I love your colloquial nomenclature. You goof, you always know how to make me laugh. So am I! I mean, yes, me too. This is literally the thing I look forward to the most every year. And now I get to do it with someone special. Here, sit. We've got a little bit before it's optimal conditions for watching the meteor shower. By the way, when the shower starts, if you want to, if it sounds nice, you can lean your head on my lap and watch it that way. It's really nice. If you like laps, I guess. Yeah, I would like that. I was debating whether or not to bring pillows, but then I thought, where's the fun in that? Cool, just let me know if you change your mind. I don't want you missing out on anything tonight. Nice, great minds think. How do you keep catching me off guard? I feel like I should probably mention that if your head is in someone's lap, you'll want to make sure you're facing the right way. depending on whether or not you want to be looking at the stars. So, we've got a bit of time before the shower begins. Any questions? I didn't prepare much of a pre-show. Oh yes, it is. This particular meteor shower occurs around the same time every year. In fact, there are quite a few that do. The reason is because the debris field, all the little bits of space rock and ice, originate from a comet. Comets have a stable orbit in the solar system, and the Earth passes through this field at the same time each year. The comet has a super cute name, by the way. It's called Swift-Tuttle, which always makes me giggle for some silly reason. Anyway, it takes Swift-Tuttle 133 years to complete an orbit, so we don't get to see it very often. So it's kinda nice it leaves us this beautiful shower to find. I've always thought of it like a surprise Valentine from a secret admirer. Aww, now I'm imagining Earth and Swift-Tuttle on a little stargazing date. It's so cute! I gave myself goosebumps. You look like you have more questions. It's honestly my favorite expression in other people. No, you goof. That's astrology, not astronomy. This time, I know you're being silly. I am the last girl you want to ask about whether the constellation you're born under has an effect on your love life, or credit score, or whatever. Just to be clear, I don't mind people being into that stuff at all. I find it all a bit silly, but science isn't about dismissing stuff out of hand. It's about curiosity. So as long as people are looking up at the stars, I'm pretty happy. And I guess on the other hand, that the meteor shower may have actually had an effect on my love life. It's the reason we're out here, after all. It just occurred to me that we could have arrived 20 minutes earlier and watched the sunset too. Whoops. Oh yeah, if you count Bonnabelle, I've had a whopping 2 dates come watch the Perseids with me. And I would like to state for the record, the last time I brought her out here, we were attacked by ants. So it was not a good date for Peanut. No. I'm always trying to trick or bribe people to come watch them with me. But you're sort of limited by whether or not the watching conditions are good. Too much light pollution, bad weather, a seriously bright moon. There's a lot of things that can interfere. That's why tonight is perfect. Sub Rosa is excellent since they use low-pressure sodium streetlights to cut down on light pollution, and the beach is naturally shielded by Rose Mountain. So, perfect spot, perfect conditions, perfect company, perfect night. Oh, I can see Venus flashing us over there! And look, there's Mars and Regulus hanging out together. It's almost time! Huh? Oh, you mean like wishing on a shooting star? Oh man, I just imagine what happens if you make a wish during the Perseids, and 100 shooting stars try to grant your wish. We're sitting here, watching the sky. Suddenly, 10,000 corgis come running right at us. Oh wow, that just tickled me. Sorry, that was probably super odd. But I might have a wish? Maybe? I can't tell you what it is though, of course. I hope you have your wish ready, and make sure it's not corgis. Oh look! See that big old shiny star there? Right above the horizon? That's actually Jupiter! I love Jupiter! And you should too. It actually winds up protecting the Earth a lot from major asteroid collisions, due to the influence of its gravity. No! Please forgive Jupiter! It doesn't hold a grudge! You ever see that big red spot it has? It's blushing from embarrassment. It wants your forgiveness. Yes, listen to the physicists. Love the solar system. Love it. Yes, exactly! Jupiter is a bouncer, the solar system is the nightclub, and the asteroid belt is all the scrubs that want to hit on the Earth. Jupiter isn't having it, though. Big Brother Jupiter keeps everyone in line. Except for the odd dinosaur-destroying jerks that managed to slip by. Anyway, that's not the reason I love Jupiter. See, the thing is, when I was a little girl, one of my earliest memories was going out to my cousin's ranch during the Christmas holidays. I was only 4 years old at the time, but I always adored visiting my cousins. I remembered playing freeze tag with flashlights and catching fireflies. One night, my dad took me out into the field with his trusty telescope. He always called it his spyglass, and used it more to look for pirates than stars. On that night, though, he had me help him set up the telescope, and after some adjustments, told me to look through it. And I saw Jupiter. And not just Jupiter. I saw all 4 of the Galilean moons: Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. They were right there, floating around this big, smudgy planet. And I realized, even that young, that I was looking at it with my eye. Does that make sense? It's a weird feeling to describe. I had seen Jupiter 1,000 times in pictures on the TV, that sort of thing. But the telescope, it was just glass and metal. I was looking right at Jupiter, the real deal. The light from its surface crossing space, straight to my eye. That moment, it sparked a deep love in me. It's stayed with me ever since, and I feel like a lot of my love for space and science started right in that field, looking through that telescope. So, yeah, it's important to me. I'm sure you can tell by the 1,000-word essay I just spoke at you. Okay, good. I'm glad I convinced you. Me and Jupiter, we got each other's back, you know? Don't let me forget, though. I gotta set up the telescope to check out Jupiter later. It's worth a hassle, I promise. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Maybe later we can go through all the planets and play Smash or Pass. I have a feeling I know what your answer for Uranus will be. Don't let me forget, though. I gotta set up the telescope to check out Jupiter later. Oh, thank you. I didn't mean to give a speech or anything. I love sharing this stuff. I almost can't control it when I start talking about it. Don't let me forget, though. I gotta set up the telescope to check out Jupiter later. It's worth a hassle, I promise. Oh, look! That's Saturn over there! There! I just saw a shooting star! It's starting! Here, lay back! Oh, whoops! My bad! Okay, the shooting stars are up there, in case you get confused. ask you something? Something sorta serious. Okay, that's okay. Some things are fragile and can be broken with a question. And I'm happy being careful like this. No deal. You're just gonna ask me something to make me all blushy and flustered. I'm going to ask. What you do after is up to you. Cool. I don't know why I feel like I have to ask before I ask a question. That's just Peanut. I actually got a couple. But I'll start with... Do you like me? I mean, like me. I want to be sure. That's fair. I'm definitely the sort of person that wants to analyze and label things. No, don't say anything else. Don't worry. I'm enjoying this too. I'm enjoying this a lot. I have an incredible time whenever I'm with you. I don't want to make it complicated, if that means it'll break. I've got my answer, and I've got you here, for now. So I'm happy. That's really good. And that was a weird way to reply. Really good? Definitely not a poet over here. I'll ask my next question. Are you seeing anyone? Wait, that didn't come out right. I mean, obviously you're seeing people. That's not what I mean. What I meant to ask is there room for me in your life? Is it okay if would you be into maybe... Shh. I understand. You won't hurt me. I promise. I like this, no matter what it is. So, maybe let's keep it rolling for as long as we're both comfortable? That would make me very happy. That's... Wow, okay. Did it just get hotter out here? It's suddenly super hot out here. Yeah, me too. Right. I almost forgot. Oh, it's really silly. I've been thinking a bunch about how we met, about why we met. For the last few weeks, the memory brought me so much anxiety and embarrassment. And while I'm still intensely sorry for what happened, I also think... I don't know. I'm also intensely happy we met, and had a reason to hang out so much. It's like the world's biggest silver lining, at least to me. And I was thinking, the stuff I was working on, what I needed your watch for, it's really dear to me. Like, basically, the more you see and know about it, the more you know me. I'd love to tell you about it, if you want. More of me. Oh yes, I almost forgot! Aha! Eureka! Behold, Jupiter! Okay. My work is on general relativity, the study of gravity. I'd like to demonstrate what I'm working on right now. Do you know much about gravity? Yes. Well, also no. We definitely call it and treat it like a force, but the actual mechanics of gravity don't work the way most people think. Yes, that's true. Well put. Attraction sort of plays a big role in gravity's playing field. Falling can be fun, and you don't usually need to know more than that. You see, gravity is all about the curvature of space-time. At first, when there's nothing around, space-time is flat. When you move through this kind of space, it's not very exciting. You just sort of go wherever you're aiming at. But introduce a little gravity, and space-time starts to get more interesting. See, gravity isn't pushing or pulling you here, but you can't stop it from affecting your journey. It curves space-time, changing what it means to go, changing what direction even means. You might think you're caught in the pull of gravity, but it's only an illusion. You are simply accelerating toward the place space-time has been most curved toward. All the stuff of the universe, all the stars and planets and dust, all of it curving, all of it drawing together. And when enough of that stuff has been drawn together, gravity will create something special. A place where space-time curves so much, it falls into infinity. And that is gravity's magic. See? Science can be fun. You're incredible. Oh, yes. I want you so much. Oh, wow.
Freeze! Officer Fumi, SPD! What are you perverted hooligans doing on my beach? Public indecency? Oh, your naked asses are mine. If you think you've escaped me, think again. I will find you. If it's the last thing I do.
Oh my god, seriously?
Aha! There you are. All too easy. That's right. Run. Makes it more fun for me. If you think you've escaped me, think again. I will find you. If it's the last thing I do.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I'm sorry! Wait, how did you... Wasn't I... Good gracious! You must be an incredible dancer! How did you even... I'm sorry! Oh, wow! Did you just... Holy moly, you are strong! Thank you so much for saving me. I couldn't stop. These rollerblades are trying to destroy me. So hey, let's reload the scene and start from scratch, shall we? Hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood peanut, rolling around at the speed of sound, it would seem. Thank you for saving me. I was... Well, let's just say that if P equals envy, my M wasn't bringing much to that party. Well, truthfully, it's actually a terrible joke. But I've learned that if I don't blurt out at least 20% of the nonsense in my head, I get really antsy. So, feel free to just smile and nod. I appreciate your empathy. Well, I think so. I've gotten used to confused stares as a form of applause. Peanut takes a bow. Thank you, thank you! Oh, but M in that equation means... Oh, I think you just called me scientifically thick. If that was on purpose, wow. Thank you. That's very... Is there a more aggressive word for flattering? Well, I'd better keep going. Got a bunch of caffeine and taurine and rich compounds to disseminate. Thanks. Glad I could, thrill you. Bye. Oh yes, I've got a veritable laboratory of scientifically dubious stimulants in my bag here. Many have bold claims, such as imbuing the consumer with appendages for flight, but these claims have yet to be peer-reviewed. Sorry, this is a running joke with my university friends. We make silly things sound needlessly complex or scientific. Just smile and nod. In fact, that's great advice for all interactions with yours truly. But yeah, just continuing my part-time adventures in part-time employment. Today, Peanut is skating around the boardwalk, handing out samples of energy drinks, and sometimes she skates sorta okay for a few minutes until she gets to a hill or a crosswalk. I mean, yes, you could say that. In that, I'm not really sure where the brakes are. I mean, I don't need an anchor or a parachute or anything, but you would think skating to a stop wouldn't rely on prayer and pain tolerance. I've basically resorted to planning out my crashes as best as I can. You're an unplanned emergency stop, just so we're clear. Yes, exactly! That's actually what made me sign up. The job description made the whole thing look and sound super fun. Unfortunately, I was a bit too much of an eager mech-beaker. The picture of the uniform didn't show the feet. Let this be a reminder to always read the instructions in full before commencing any major undertakings. Oh, I imagine it is, once you get the hang of it. But I will get the hang of it. I've got a cousin who lives in Canada. Skating around runs in the family, probably. But hey, looking on the bright side, I'm getting tons of opportunities to work on developing my center of gravity. And I mean, come on, you know me and gravity. Love that stuff. Oh, yeah, good call. I should definitely get back to it. Would you mind just helping me with the crosswalk first? I'd feel a lot safer if I had a shoulder to lean on. Thanks so much. You're a lifesaver. What? No! That is not a healthy amount of caffeine for anyone to drink. No, don't give me that look. I don't care what your buff stat is or whatever. I'm not letting you drink 47 cans of energy drink. I'm going to head out before you get any more ideas. Oh my gosh, yes please. I can't skate well, and my ankles are sore, and I'm regretting all my life choices so much right now. No one is taking the drinks. Everyone just stares at me. There's even this guy who looked like he was dying of thirst and he just shook his head. I'm so bad at this and it's going to take all day and... Yes, please. Yes, please help me. I would appreciate it so much. Oh, thank you so much. That was so much easier without crashing into my customers. How can I pay you back? This paid $100, can I split it with you? I'm sure you got a crazy workout from dragging me everywhere. Done. I'm finished in at least half the time, so this is still a great deal for me. Here's your share. Happy doing business with ya. Are you sure? You really did make this whole thing much more bearable. In fact, you kind of made it fun. Well, okay, but the next time we're out, coffee's on me. Hopefully not on me, just purchased by me. For sure. Any favor, anytime. Just call your friendly neighborhood peanut, and she'll be there on the double. Well, I better head out. The sooner I'm out of these skates, the better. But yeah, thanks again. Yep, thanks again. Put her there and great job. Better get going.